Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back. So in this video we're going to take a look at buffs and debuffs just to go over what they are and how you apply them, what you need to apply them. So let's jump into it, take a look. So we have a buff from Arbiter that is increased attack. Places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. So if it's blue, it's a buff and you do not require accuracy to land this whatsoever. Plenty of champions that have other buffs. Is she one of them? Yes, ally protection. So when she revives an ally with 50% HP, they will have ally protection on all the time. Pretty much it'll be for 2 turns. Buffs don't require anything to do. Like if you look at Lightsworn, he's the same, increased defense, revive on death. Buffs, you won't require accuracy. Depending if they have a different move that is a debuff, you may want to, depending on where you're taking this person, whether it's dungeons or arena, you may want to throw in some accuracy. But who else we have? Maiden is a great example, who I use my unkillable clan boss team. He has an unkillable buff and block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. He does not require accuracy to land that. He has 101 accuracy. That's purely from the items he's wearing based on his speed, so I had to get into 253 speed. Another great champion that has buffs, of a good support champion. So it's alive. Doesn't need accuracy for this, but you build him accuracy. I'll tell you why in a few moments. Ally protection and continuous heal, and he heals himself by 50% of their max HP. So these are just a few champions. There's a lot more. Grush you could build without accuracy. He still has buffs in his kit. But with certain champions, Mosquito Monster is just a good example. You don't need accuracy to land that. Lightning Storm, there's a shield equal to 25% of the damage inflicted. But when you build Frank, as we call him, he also has a 50% chance, 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. For that, you will require accuracy. The red squares we see are debuffs. So I've seen him apply this plenty of times. He's A1, attacks one enemy 2 times. First hit he puts on the stun, and then second hit he puts on decreased defense. So he is a fine example of somebody that requires accuracy but only has like 1 debuff that you're after. If you go to other people like so the Drake's one of the best champions in the game by far. A champion you get 180 days in for free. Just bide your time and then you'll get her. She's amazing. She needs accuracy because she has debuffs also. Decreased speed is red, we need accuracy to land it. Stun, same, we need the accuracy to land that as well. I'm not sure. Oh, she's got 232, which is okay. I have Nethril here. Fine example. This is a champion you would build with accuracy. The levels of accuracy you give him are based on if it's arena, if it's clan boss, if it's dungeons, like if it's dragon, whatever. Spider. Can use him there for the stun on the spiderlings. He has poisons on his A1. The red square indicates a debuff. He has stun and decreased speed on his A2. Red squares indicate debuffs. And just decreases their meter, so for this to land, for him to be able to stun enemies, you will have to build accuracy. And when you have your accuracy, there's still a 50% chance of it going on. or not, it's called RNG. So he's a champion that you build with accuracy. Seer, as you progress on, early game you wouldn't put too much on her, but as you progress through your game, Seer you would put on accuracy. You'd have to, because it removes all buffs from all allies and enemies. So if you're taking the buffs from your enemy team, arena, dungeon, doesn't matter where you take her, she's good everywhere, but if she has to take all of the buffs from enemies, she will need accuracy higher than their resistance to take them off. But if you're early game this year, you don't really have to do that. She is a great nuker, but not to get off point. Let's go to two more champions here. Two more champions who you would like to build with accuracy, because it helps their kit, that helps them as a champion. And Occult Brawler, widely known, one of the best poisoners in the game. The more poisons he gets himself, the more benefits he gets from it. Sorceress Razor, 50% chance, placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. And he also has this where he throws on 78% chance. At the start of each turn, he'll throw in a poison for 4 turns. Him being a poisoner, he will definitely require accuracy in his build, as well as somebody we will highlight who is a farmable champion and probably one of the best decreased defensors in the game, Maiden. So she's widely known for Crumbling Blast, although if you quickly go here, Poison on her A1, it's not necessarily what you use her for. You use her for your AoE, it's a decreased defense, and if you farm her, when you start playing this for FTP, if you're new, Stage 9, farm War Maiden. The booking part can be tricky. You can continue in campaign and just get more of her and use duplicate War Maidens as a book, but this champion to land decreased defense will require accuracy depending on where you take her, that will depend on whether you need 200. If it's faction wars, maybe 3. Arena could be a lot higher. But if you see a champion with a blue square, that will be a buff and it will not require accuracy to land. If you see a champion with a red square that has to land a debuff, a poisoner, a decreased defensor, somebody that puts on weaken, HP burn, they will require accuracy to land. So that's just a short little video telling you more about buffs and debuffs. So be sure to check your builds of your champions. You may require accuracy, you may not. You may use a champion that has a debuff which you don't necessarily want to land. For instance, Lightsworn, I gave him little accuracy because the decreased attack was covered and I preferred the revive on death and increased defense. So keep an eye on your builds. Buffs go on straight away. Debuffs require accuracy. I'll see you soon.